Yes. The fourth property of the determinant is if elements of a row or column of a determinant are multiplied by a constant k, then the value of the determinant also gets multiplied by the same number k. For example, consider the determinant with elements 1, -3, 2, 5. The value of this determinant is 11. Suppose I multiply each element of the first row by the number 4. This is the constant number 4. So 1 when multiplied by 4 will give you 4. -3 when multiplied with 4 will give you -12. So new determinant is denoted by delta 1 and it is given by determinant 4 -12 to 5. Now the value of this determinant is 44. Yes. Now you can observe value of the original determinant was 11. When each element of the first row was multiplied by 4, then the value of the new determinant is also multiplied with 4 because this 44 is nothing but 4 into 11. So 4 times the original determinant. So here we have a determinant delta with first row ABC, second row PQR, third row XYZ. Let us multiply the elements of the first row by a constant number k. And new determinant is denoted by delta 1. So according to this fourth property, this delta 1, that means this determinant, is equal to k times the original determinant. So we have this determinant is k times the original. So thus we can take out common factor from any row or column of a determinant. That means if I have a determinant with elements 2, 4, 1, 3, I can write this determinant as I can take the common factor 2 out from the first row. So I have taken 2 out. So the first row will become 1, 2, 1, 3. Second row will be same because I have taken the factor 2 common from the first row. So fourth property allows you to take out common factor from any row or column of a determinant. Now we have the fifth property of the determinants, which says that if some or all elements of a row or column of a determinant are expressed as sum of two or more terms, then determinant can be expressed as sum of two or more determinants. Sum of two or more determinants. For example, consider the determinant delta with first row comprising of the elements a1 plus alpha, second element a2 plus beta, third element a3 plus gamma, second row b1, b2, b3, third row c1, c2, c3. Now here you can see that all the elements of the first row are expressed as sum of two numbers. First element is sum of a1 and alpha. Second element is sum of a2 and beta. and third element is sum of A3 and gamma. So fifth property says that I can express this determinant as the sum of two determinants. And what are those two determinants? Yes, I'll break this determinant at this point. So A1, A2, A3, first row. Second and third rows will remain same, plus this sign, plus determinant alpha, beta, gamma. First row will have elements alpha, beta, gamma, and the second and the third row will remain same. So this determinant can be expressed as sum of these two determinants. Now we have the sixth property of the determinants, which says if we apply these operations on the determinant, that is the operations Ri changes to Ri plus k times Rj, or Ci changes to Ci plus k times Cj, the value of the determinant remains same. That means if we apply these type of operations on the determinants, then there will be no change in the value of the determinant. For example, consider a determinant with first row with elements 1, 2, second row with elements 3, 7. The value of this determinant is 1. Now apply the operation R1 changes to R1 plus 2 times R2. So I have to change the first row using this. So first row will become, yes, 1 plus 2 times the corresponding element of the second row. So that will give you 7, and here 2 plus 2 times the corresponding element of second row, which is 7. So that will give you 16. So new determinant will be 7, 16, 3, 7, and it is denoted by delta 1. Now the value of this determinant is 1. So you can see there is no change in the value of the determinant after applying this operation. Yes, consider delta with elements A1, A2, B1, B2. Let's apply R1 changes to R1 plus k times R2. So the first row will become A1 plus k times B1, A2 plus k times B2, and the second row will be same. And this new determinant is denoted by delta 1. Now you can see all the elements of the first row are expressed as the sum of two elements. First element is the sum of A1 plus k times B1, and second element is the sum of A2 plus k times B2. And by fifth property, we can express this determinant as the sum of two determinants. And what are those determinants? Yes, pick up A1, A2. Second row will be same. Plus, pick up these elements k times B1, k times B2, and again second row will be same. So delta 1 is equal to this determinant plus this determinant. Yes, you can see that this is your delta here, and from this determinant in the first row you can take the common factor k outside. So when I take the common factor k outside, I am left with the determinant with first row b1 b2 and the second row b1 b2. Here in this determinant, both the rows are identical. So the value of this determinant will be 0. So we are left with delta 1 is equal to delta plus 0, which is delta. So delta 1 is same as delta. So under these operations, the value of the determinant remains same. So let's summarize the properties which I have studied. If we apply the operation Ri and Rj are interchanged, or ith column and jth column are interchanged, so determinant changes sign in this case. If we apply the operation Ri changes to k times Ri, that means elements of ith row are multiplied by the constant k, or when elements of ith column are multiplied with the constant k, then value of the determinant will also get multiplied by k. And third, if we apply the operations Ri changes to Ri plus k times Rj, or Ci changes to Ci plus k times Cj, then there is no change in the value of the determinant. That is, the value of the determinant will remain same. And fourth आपने किया, when two rows or two columns are identical, then value of determinant is 0.